Hello everybody out there, this is Jinx. For those of you who don't know who I am, I make Call of Duty videos. This is a special video for my new sponsor, Avexel Gaming. Hopefully this will be going up on their channel. If you're watching this on my channel, you should stop on by and check them out. They're a great channel and they've got lots of good stuff going on. So let's get right on into the gameplay then. This is Capture the Flag on Kowloon. Capture the Flag is one of my favorite game modes, and I want to talk a little bit about strategy with this one today. First things first, I want to talk about my weapon setup. I'm using the FAMAS with Lightweight Pro, Steady Aim, and Marathon. These are pretty much standard for Capture the Flag modes. You want Lightweight and Marathon for sure, because you want to be able to get to the other side of the map and you want to be able to get there quickly. You'll notice I went straight to the other side of the map and caught that flag right away. And I'm going to come up here. They've already got our flag, and I'm going to camp out a little bit, trying to, stay close to my flag. And I chose a bad spot for this, and you'll see why here in a second. I didn't think anybody was going to come up here, but somebody did right away. And sorry about that little lag a little bit earlier. There was a host migration. I had to cut that out. And also, for sake of time and entertainment-wise, I've also cut all my deaths out, because as you know, in this game mode, when you die, you stay dead for probably about 10 seconds or so. Now, when you're playing Capture the Flag mode, you want to have a route and you want to know it really well. You'll notice throughout this gameplay I run the same route over and over again, and that's because I know it. I know all the twists and turns, and I can get through it very quickly. Another thing is that you want to play with teammates. I am just playing with a bunch of random people in this game, so you won't see me using the strategy that I'm going to discuss here. The strategy that you would most ideal is to have a 6-person team where you have one person that covers your spawn, and then you have a 2-man team and a 3-man team. When you run in teams, it gives you a distinct advantage, not only in running the flag but also offensively. When you're running to the flag, it gives you an advantage during gunfights. If you're coming up against 3 people, you're not going to win it. You may be able to take out one person, but the other 2 can keep on going. And then when you've got the flag finally and you're running back to your spawn, it's nice to have those extra people, because if you die, they can run up behind you, grab that flag, and continue running after they've killed the other person. Or the other person distracts the person shooting at you and will enable you to take them out. Now on Kowloon, you'll see me running the same route like I said earlier, and at least on my way back I always hop over that little area right there. And the reason I do that is because when I come over the top, it gives me an advantage looking down, whereas if I was to come around this corner, we all know how well that works out sometimes. You come around a corner and there's a guy ready to knife you or shotgun you or shoot you or something. Now before I mentioned I was using Lightweight Pro. Recently, I have switched to Ghost, and I found that's just about as effective, maybe even more so. The reason Ghost is so effective in this game mode is because everybody's running spy plane, and when the enemy's got a spy plane up, it shows right where the flag's at while you're running it, and it says kill right there. And that makes Ghost a really good tool to use during Capture the Flag mode. The second perk slot is basically your own preference. I like Steady Aim Pro, but you might like something else, so that really doesn't matter. And the third perk slot, you're almost always going to want to have Marathon. Not only because to get Marathon Pro, you have to play some Capture the Flag, but you just want that extra run distance to get to and from the flags. Now there's a little breakdown of some of the strategies I use. Let's talk a little bit more about the gameplay. You'll see I just had 2 back-to-back captures. And while those are my only 2 of this game, I still play the objective and I play it hard. And now normally I'm not such an aggressive player, but I played with these guys for a few matches and I noticed that they all played pretty aggressive. Which means that they left their spawn wide open, leaving everybody else just to run into it. And my team did too. We usually had one guy hanging back, but this second round they toned it back a little bit and we kept playing pretty aggressive. And they had one guy that finally decided to sit back and just be like, you know what, what the hell, I'm going to stick back and I'm just going to kill everybody else. And he did a pretty good job of it. But he was still unable to keep us from winning. Which brings me to my next topic. People that play the objective versus the people that just go in for kills. If you're going for kills, go to another game type. Team deathmatch preferably. Now, while I didn't have the most kills on my team, I did have the highest score, and that's because I played the objective the whole time. Those flag captures, one flag capture when you're counting the run and then the capture is worth 7 kills. I had 12 kills and 8 deaths at the end of this match, but I still ended up coming out the top of my team, even though I had some of the fewest kills on my team. Now, that's not to say that somebody running around getting a bunch of kills isn't helpful. They're hopefully keeping the other team off your flag, or at least helping to keep them from capturing it. But they still need to play the objective at least. You'll see lots of people just sitting in the enemy spawn trying to pick them off as they go, and the flag will be wide open, but they don't go in for the run. You're not going to win that way. I've been in many a game where I've had a team full of slayers that don't want to capture the flag, and we've ended up losing because of it. Okay, I pretty much said what I've wanted to say, so let's kind of focus on the gameplay for the rest of the time. Now, if you've been watching, you'll notice the second half of the game, I've almost had some flag captures, or flag runs at least, quite a few times, but my teammate always gets to it first. While that makes me a little pissed off at the gameplay, it doesn't piss me off too bad because at least my teammates are playing the objective and running. Now you're going to see a huge fail for me. I see that flag there and didn't look around, and there was a guy running right behind me and shot me in the back. When you're going in for that flag, you got to make sure that there's no enemies around you, because that happens to me quite a bit, as I don't look around like I should, and I just end up getting shot in the back because of it. And here's another perfect example of that. I got that flag, I didn't look around, and I got shot. So we're going to have another go at it. And remember when I said earlier that the other team was playing super aggressive? They've decided to hang back now, and they've actually got 2 people covering their spawns. Now, if playing aggressive is not working for you, this is what you want to do. You want to hang back, and this team did it perfect. It wasn't good enough to stop us, but they did a good job of it. I just want to give another shout out to my sponsor. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time. I ended up going 12 and 8 with 2 captures.